Hi there and welcome to my channel. Today's project is for the Vicki Boutin design team, and this time I'm bringing you sort of a spring layout on a winter theme. I don't know if that makes sense, but let me show you what I'm doing. I pulled two of the acrylic paints, and I think one is called Ice Macaroon and the other one, oh my god, I always skip my name, but I love these colors, like the light teal colors. I love teal, it's one of my favorite colors, and this light blue. And because my daughter's jacket in the picture that I am actually gonna scrap is this dark teal, so I thought that if I wanted to make it semi monochromatic. But before I keep talking about the picture, let me show you what I'm doing. I'm actually using the acrylic paint and I'm thinning it out with some water. I wanted to make it as fluid as watercolor. But as you see right now, it's not as fluid when I'm using the kissing technique. So what I'm doing is I'm just adding more water with my water brushes and just trying to spread it around. I wanted to have sort of like a watercolor look to the background of this page. And as you're gonna see, I am not a struggle, but I actually had to add water as I went along. This is one of the foundation papers and it was yeso, and that's one of the reasons why it's so easy to actually add water and have it move around, because the page was prime. So once as you see right now, all I'm doing is depositing the paint and using the brush just to spray it around, and then I'm just gonna add some splatters to the page from the same color. Once I'm happy with that and I let it sit down for a little bit, I started going with the other color. And because I thought it was really light and I wanted to have a combination of both, to have sort of like a really light teal for the background. Now, this one was much better because actually after the first color, I thinned this one out more. So the first thing I did is I just grabbed my brush and just drop splatters of paint, and then I'm gonna use the same water brush and just add water and start spreading the drops. This is one of the techniques that I love using with watercolor, and I try the same with the acrylic. It actually works. And then after that, I'm just going back to using the kissing technique, and I'm going on top of what I had previously put down on the paper and just adding a little bit more to the sides. And that's it. Simple. Like I said, the combination of the two colors is what is gonna work on the background of this page. I like the colors, and I love the fact that it's so easy to work with the acrylic. As long as you water it down, you can use the stick too. It's up to you, but if you water it down enough, it behaves as watercolor, and it actually gives you this soft look to the background, even though it's acrylic. After that, just a few more splatters, and that completes pretty much what my background looks like. And I set it aside to dry. Acrylic paint, sorry, doesn't take that long to dry. It takes actually very little time to dry, which is great for some other projects. This is actually a remake of the project. I had created a previous project before that wasn't too fun, so I'm just remaking it for this. Now I'm bringing in the acrylic stamp, the script stamp. I really love the stamp, and what I'm gonna do is I am gonna stamp it on the background. No rhyme or reason, I just wanted to bring some of that script texture to the background, and I'm using the color wheel so that I can match the color of the acrylic paint to the ink that I'm gonna use in the stamp. After that, I had these cutouts. I have a file full of cutouts from that I had created from, I think it's a file from the Silhouette store, and I'm just setting it up, having the just creating the idea that I want for this layout. But once I put it down, I realized that I needed a little bit more color behind my daughter's picture. It's just gonna be like a straight line of white, and I wanted to have like a haze of color. So I don't want to add acrylic because I already had the ink. So my choice was to bring a little bit of art crayon, and that's when the stencil brushes work great in this case. All I did is scribble that teal color from the art crayons onto a piece of acetate, and then use the stencil brushes to transfer it onto the paper. While everything sets on the background, I'm starting working on the butterfly. And here is where I'm adding a little bit of extra color. I decided I wanted to go for a monochromatic look, but the more I looked at it, and I thought that I could stay in the cool palette pretty much, but bring a little bit of yellow and oranges. So all I'm doing is I'm using papers from the Vicki Boutin All the Good Things collection, and I have a lot of scraps and I have a lot of papers. So all I'm doing is I'm gonna bag some of the butterflies. I'm choosing to bag two of the butterflies with paper and one with vellum in all three sets. I'm gonna show you just one, and all I did is glued the butterfly straight onto the paper, and then just trim around it. And I used vellum for, like I said, two of the butterflies were paper and one was vellum. I just wanted to bring the softness and bring some of the color from the background and those little script lines. You're gonna see at the end, it actually works. Now, what once I was done with that, I wanted to bring a frame to the picture. I did not want to leave it completely white. So I brought one of the 7x10 papers that has these little dangles in the mandala, and I just cut a small frame for the picture. And that's gonna get, and that's pretty much all that I did for the picture. I propped it with some foam adhesive just because I wanted to pop off the page. And after that, all I'm gonna do is go back and start setting up the butterflies on top of the picture. And I am choosing also to add some foam adhesive behind some of the wings. I was going to say feathers, sorry. Some of the wings of the butterflies because I wanted to make them look as they were in flight. And if you've seen my work, you know that I've already scrapped this picture, and I usually scrap my pictures twice. One will be on my album and one will be on my kids' album. And my kids have promised that they're going to take it when they get married. So if they don't take it, I have 2 pictures, no big deal. Now after that, I'm just adding the title, and you know what? This is a picture, like I said, on my daughter on her birthday, and we went out for a walk. It's snowy here in Canada, and you know what? We took a picture of the 3 of us, my 2 kids and I, on the walk, and it actually looked really good. So she just posed with the cat, and I had to take the picture of her, and I love this picture. After that, like you see, I'm gonna bring some of the cardstock stickers, and I'm just gonna add some sentiments around the butterflies as if they're carrying it around. After that, I'm just adding some pieces from from the ephemera pack. I'm gonna add some of the butterflies, sorry, from the watercolor stickers. You're not gonna see that on camera. I did it off camera. And also I added some enamel dots and some ribbons. I'm trying to keep everything monochromatic. Now here's when I'm gonna bring a little bit of shine, and I'm using the gold glaze. And what I'm gonna do is I'm watering it down so that it looks like watercolor. And I'm gonna use it just as you would use a Heidi Swapp color shine. And I'm just gonna add splatters on my page around, just to create, sort of think of this trail the butterflies would leave as they're flying off somewhere. Think of it as pollen. But as I created that, I realized that I can actually use this watercolor paint that I created now to color some of those white butterflies that I had added from the watercolor stickers, and actually looks really good. It just adds, since I water it down so much and I'm using my water brush, I'm also water it down as I put it down, so there's only a light shimmer to the butterflies. They're not going to be completely gold. And at the same time, I'm adding a little bit of extra detail to some of the butterflies, the ones that are completely white. I just think the gold, it ties up really well in this case, and I like the way that looks. And there's just adding some details with the gold. You're gonna see that they don't show that much. It's just a tiny shine, and that's about it. After that, I just added a few lines of journal, and that's it, guys. Literally, this layout took no time whatsoever. I actually worked 2 layers at the same time. The beauty working with acrylic paint, sorry, like I said, it dries really fast. And I hope you try it. This is a simple technique. Let me know if you have any questions. Don't remember to check all of Vicki's All the Good Things collection. I use pretty much all of it besides the cutout is all from Vicki's release. It's great. I love it. And I love this layout. Thank you for joining me today. If you have, like I said again, don't hesitate to contact me. I would love to see what you are creating. Thank you for joining me. Take care.